Hey guys, what's going on? This is Zach, the host of From Andromeda to Zenith. This is my new YouTube channel where I'm going to be posting educational videos showing you guys how to tackle some of the smallest and biggest problems in science. So first, for the very first video, I had tried to gauge, what people wanted to hear, whether it was an astronomy video or a chemistry video. And I got more astronomy votes than I did chemistry. So I'm going to go with that, but first I wanted to do a unit conversion video. And, it's just so vital to what we're going to be doing that I feel like it's important you guys see this first and see a really simple way of doing it. It's really cool. So, all right, let's go forward and let's try out a problem. So let's say we have 5 centimeters and we want to know, we want to go to meters. How can we do this? Well, what we need first in order to tackle this problem is we need what's called, I guess, an equivalency or conversion factor, whatever you'd like to call it. It's just a way of going from centimeters to meters. So we know that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. And we know this just because it's been measured. So this is something that, you can go and check out. You can get a meter stick, and you can see that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So just so you guys know, for those of you who don't know, units are really just arbitrary measurements that we decide exist. They don't exist in nature, but we can assign random values to random measurements. I can say, okay, well, I have, my finger's width, let's say I have a desk that I want to say is 10 fingers width, so, you can get weird with it. So I just want to point that out because, people get, sort of confused with these units. So, all right, let's keep going. So we have 5 centimeters and we want to find how many meters is that? Well, there's something called dimensional analysis, which you'll see up here. And the way that we do this method is really simple and it's really, really cool because you can do it quickly. So let's see, we have 5 centimeters. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. And you always want to write your units after the value you have. So we're going to multiply that times our equivalency over here. Oh, that's a horrible, horrible rectangle. So yeah, this equivalency right here. And what you want to do is you want to cancel out, the centimeters and be left with meters. So what we're going to do is when you divide, if you have centimeters times centimeters, this is going to equal centimeters squared. And so if you have centimeters divided by centimeters, this is going to cancel them out and it'll be a dimensionless value. We'll call it X, whatever you want to call it. So let's get that out of there just so you guys understand that part. So basically what we need to do is we need to put centimeters on the bottom here. So we're going to take this 100 centimeters from our equivalency up top, and we're going to put it on the bottom. And we're going to put the 1 meter on top. And so what we can do with this now is we can go ahead and solve this. So it'll be 5 centimeters times 1 meter divided by 100 centimeters. And we can actually cross these units out here, and we'll be left with meters by the end, hopefully. So let's multiply across the top and then divide. So we have 5 times 1 is 5. So we'll leave that 5 there, divided by 100. And we can do this out. I'm going to use my calculator just to make this easier. But this is a fairly easy problem. And this will come out to 0.05 meters. So yeah, that's the answer for that. Let's try another one. Let's try and go from minutes to hours. That's something maybe that makes a little more sense, to you versus these metric units. So let's use green here, and we're going to go from minutes to hours, like we said. All right, so let's try a problem here. Let's say we have 25 minutes, okay? Let's say that, 25 minutes, and we want hours. How many hours are in 25 minutes? Well, we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So we'll set up our equivalency here. And what do you guys think we're going to do? We're going to set it up just like we did up here. in the centimeters to meters problem, and let's try it out. So we have 25 minutes. I just write min or mins or minutes. You can write it out. It doesn't matter either way. As long as you label, that's the most important thing. And let's set up our equivalency here. So we have 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So we're going to write 60 minutes on the bottom and 1 hour on the top. And I just put HR just so you guys know, hour. So what are we going to do here? Well, we know our minutes are going to cancel out and we're going to be left with hours. And we're going to multiply across and divide by 60. So 25 times 1 is 25, divided by 60 is going to be equal to 25 divided by 60 is equal to, this is going to be a weird number, 4.1, you know what, I'm just going to round it, 4.17 hours. And so that's our answer. So the very act of setting it up like this is called dimensional analysis. It allows us to go between units easily without there being really much issue. So let's go ahead and try it with something else that you deal with daily, and that is, let's see, what do we want to use? Let's use white. We're going to go from days to seconds. All right, so we have days to seconds here. So we need an equivalency here, but this one has another layer of difficulty to it because we're going to need to go from days to hours to minutes to seconds. So we need multiple equivalencies. So let's write those out. We know those are we deal with those on a daily basis. So let's do seconds. We'll go from seconds up. So we know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. And we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. And we know that there are 24 hours in 1 day. So, all right, so we have that. Let's come up with a problem. We'll just do 1 day to seconds. So how many seconds are in 1 day? Okay, all right, so let's set up our dimensional analysis. So we have 1 day, and we're going to multiply that times one of our equivalencies up here. So take a second, pause this video, and see if you can try this out by yourself, and keep going if you can't, and you can stop this video at any time and try it from where we're at, and maybe that'll help. So all right, let's go ahead. So we have 1 day, and we're going to go lower, progressively lower from our unit of time. So we're going to go from days to hours here. So this is the first equivalency that we're going to use. So we're going to put our 1 day on the bottom here and 24 hours up top. And we know our days are going to cancel. And in dimensional analysis, what's cool is we can actually keep going with this problem here, and we can just keep adding our equivalencies on. So let's do that. So we know that we have 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So let's just keep going. So 1 hour, oh, that's a horrible one. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And let's set up another one. Our last one that we have here. So we have 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. And we'll see what that's equal to. So we can already see that, these hours are going to cancel out here, and the minutes are going to cancel out here, and we're going to be left with seconds, which is exactly what we wanted, So, all right, I'm just going to type it out on my calculator, see what we get. So we're going to do 1 day times 24 hours. We'll start from the beginning here. And so we'll do 1 times 24, which we know is 24, and divided by 1 is the same thing, so it's going to be 24. Then let's take that 24 and multiply it times 60 minutes, and then we'll multiply it again to go from minutes to seconds. What we're left with is this. 86,400 seconds. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to know, how many seconds are in 1 day. So, You can probably see how many seconds it took for me to explain this, and you know, either way. So that's pretty cool. So you know what? Let's move down. I'm actually going to erase some of this stuff so we can do another problem, because I want to do a squared problem. So like centimeters squared. You know what? Actually, we're not going to do that. I'm going to go with degrees, because for the astronomy video, we're going to really need to go into that, and I don't want this video to be too long. So all right, let's do degrees, and I'm going to explain some new terms you guys maybe have never heard before. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to draw a oh, that's pretty bad. Let's draw the circle first. That's pretty bad too. All right, that's better. So yeah, I'm doing my best here, guys. So all right, we're going to break this circle up into, you know, you've probably heard this, 360 degrees. So I'm going to show you, we have 0 degrees here, we have 90 degrees here, 180 degrees here, 270, and we'll come back to 360 degrees here. So we know a whole circle has 360 degrees in it, and basically what that means is you can divide up a circle into 360 equal parts. And so in astronomy, there is something called the, let me get another color for this. There's something called the arc minute. And this is just a way of breaking down one single degree further. And so, in fact, let me bullet note that one. In fact, we can go even smaller than an arc minute. We can go to an arc second. And so I'm going to show you guys how to go from 1 degree to an arc minute into an arc second. And it's going to be in the same sort of way that we did above, where we had an equivalency set up and we just went for it. So let's try that. So in 1 degree, there is, oh, those are horrible E's. In 1 degree, there is 60, and we're going to use this little tick to denote arc minutes. And in 1 arc minute, there are 60 arc seconds, and we use 2 ticks to denote an arc second. So let's do it. Let's go forward, and let's say I'm just gonna move this down a little bit. Oh, right there. Let's say how many arc seconds are in a degree. So let's set it up. 1 degree. Let's write out what we have and what we want. So we want 1 degree in arc seconds. All right, so let's set up our dimensional analysis problem here. So we have 1 degree, and we'll set up our equivalency. So we have these 2 equivalencies here that we're going to need to use at some point in this problem. So just like we were doing above, we want to cancel out our degrees. So we're going to use this one here, right here. So we're going to put 1 degree. I'll just use the degree symbol for that, and we'll put 60 arc seconds, or sorry, arc minutes, and then we're going to do another equivalency, and we're going to say 1 arc minute is equal to 60 arc seconds, and you're going to just pretty much multiply across the top, and you're going to find that there are 3,600 arc seconds. I guess you could say per degree. So that is it. This might actually get cut off a little bit over here, just because I'm doing a screen recording software, so it might come out a little weird right there. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to sort of show you guys some unit conversion stuff. And maybe in another video, I will go into how to go from centimeters squared to meters squared, and we'll do volumes as well. And yeah, so I'll do that in another video. Thanks for watching, guys. The next video, I will do some astronomy topics. That'll be pretty cool. All right, see you guys.